Have around 800 members in total registered with the fan club. It has been a while, however, since we've been in contact with most of them. This is a number that reflects all the members that we have across the country, and some of them have been inactive for years. Our core group here in Bucharest is formed out of about 20 highly active people. Well, kind of highly active.
And kind of people.
Kind of.
Okay, then that was easy, and actually the next few questions are kind of related. Average age of the club members?
The age average is around 30 years old. So our members are up to 49, I think, years old. But our youngest member is, how old is our Aline's kids? 5?
I'm not sure. I think. Right.
Okay. Well, so Aline's kids are 1.5 and 3 years old. And I need to tell you, the little kid, which is 3 years old, loves Star Wars more than most of the people I know who are not already in this fan club. His whole room is decorated in Star Wars, and when you ask him what is his name, he says,
Luke.
Luke.
Yeah. He actually recognizes me in my out of my uniform. I went to visit him last night in just a jeans and t-shirt, and he looks at me, he goes, "Darth Vader!" And then he proceeds to go run and get his lightsaber and beat the crap out of me like he always does, but you're never too young to learn these skills. If you were done, if not, I'll ask the next question. How does someone climb the ranks within the club? I know you touched on that with the tests, but is there specifics?
No, I actually touched that with the roles. So you climb the ranks as you take on tasks, as you take on more tasks, and actually proving to everyone in the club that you are interested in maintaining it or evolving it.
Okay.
It's really a bit of a meritocracy here.
Okay, that's better than some deals. Yes. Okay, so tell us, what does an average club meeting look like? Where does it take place? What happens?
Well, Ken's, actually our meetings take place in science fiction related pubs, like gaming pubs. All of the gaming pubs around Sector 1, I think, know us already. And if we don't have an actual pub where we can do our meetings, we can just get one to host our meetings.
As I'm sure some of you have seen in episode 4, 2 of the most memorable locations were Obi-Wan's house and obviously the bar in Mos Eisley, the wretched hive of scum and villainy. So that pretty much defines us as well. We hold our meetings either in one of the numerous Obi-Wan members' houses or in wretched hives of scum and villainy across the city of Bucharest and anywhere else we might congregate. So that's generally what happens. Right. Ioana wanted to mention, she must be a very good drinker. There's lots of Forvish. We have this obsession with Star Wars drinks. We have our own cocktails, our own mixes, all very official. And they taste pretty good as well.
Very nice. I've heard about the drinks. I haven't actually tried any myself. I don't drink. Anyway, I think they believe that too. Okay.
What kind of a Sith do you think you are?
Okay, I can fool them. What kind of events have you been involved with, either recently or most memorably, that the club does?
We're involved in lots of types of events. We like to do pretty much anything that allows us to wear our costumes and fling our lightsabers at people. Our most recent event was promoting the episode 7 premiere in Brașov with Cinema One, right? With Cinema One in Coresi Mall, and there to help promote both the movie and actually the Star Wars universe in our country, as is one of our goals, we held a little bit of a new event for us, which was the Padawan training, where we gathered children from the public and there were lots of them apparently. We didn't expect as many. A literal army of Jedi came to join us in fighting Darth Vader, Traya, and the other Sith that were present at the moment. We taught the little guys a few lightsaber moves, and then they got to practice them beating the crap out of Vader, which seems to be his favorite hobby these days.
Yeah, it kind of goes like this. They line the kids up in a nice orderly file in front of the stage. The Jedi Masters teach them some moves: swing high, swing low, swing left, swing right. And once they've got them all down, they get diplomas of accomplishment, so it's an official certificate there. And then they say, and now you get to test your skills on a genuine Sith Lord. Look, there comes Darth Vader. Now everybody just wanted it to whoa. And 30 kids all at once dogpile on Darth Vader. I felt like a medieval witch getting stoned. So if you check the helmet, you'll see a nice new collection of nicks and dents and scratches, all proudly accumulated at the hands of 10 to 15-year-olds.
There was one extraordinarily powerful young Jedi.
Oh, one took a good chunk off the mask. Fortunately, it glued back together, but it's showbiz. What can you do? Okay, now here's a good question. How do organizers of events get in touch with you? They'll be beating down the door for the next month or so we hope.
Yeah, well, organizers find us via Facebook or our website, which is currently down for maintenance. But they find us. We never find the events. We never look for the events. They actually, organizers want to have science fiction during their events and want to have something with Star Wars. Well, they need a fan club, and the only fan club in Romania is us. So if you want Star Wars, you find us.
It's nice being the only game in town.
Very exclusive, isn't it?
Okay, now maybe something of interest to up-and-comers in terms of cosplay. Tell us about your costumes, maybe in terms of the characters, but more interestingly, how they were made, and bring us up to speed.
Right. In terms of costumes, we are nowhere near as strict as a 501st club. We don't have the same guidelines. Everyone here pretty much makes their own or finds methods to make or buy their own. Ken obviously has pretty much one of the best costumes around in our little fan club, but then he's a special case. My costume actually was bought online. Radu?
My costume was actually made from scratch, but with the seamstress. I think your mother helped a bit with that. His mother is actually a very good costume maker.
What have you done with my mother?
Snap. Actually, your mother helped me build this costume. And you can tell us how does your mother work with costumes?
That sounded a little bit interpretable, didn't it?
We're nerds, we don't judge.
Right, well, my mom has a costuming business for a long time now, kid style, and she makes kids costumes mostly, but then her son grew up and started bugging her incessantly. Mommy, where's my Jedi costume? So eventually she had to cave in and make the stupid guy a costume. That stupid guy is now grown up and still stupid, me. So yeah, she inevitably kind of got into the business. As I made my costume, some of the other fan club members liked it and asked me why I made it. I said, well, my mom made it. And they went there, and that's kind of how it happened. A few of us have costumes made by my mother. Others make their own costumes, and I would like to give you Mara to talk a little bit about hers.
So, I learned sewing with a sewing machine for this costume. My costume was partly made by me and partly made by a friend, and other things were bought on the internet, like eBay or stuff. So it's mixed costume. So, someone else?
I started with a hand-me-down. Ken's first 501st costume was an imperial officer, and I got to wear that around for a bit to get adjusted to this costuming thing. And then I got into it, and I started loving it. So this is entirely made by me, and I'm very proud.
Would you like to say something?
My costume is actually more like Darth Maul. It's made by his mother too.
She actually runs a costume shop in town, so it's a professional deal. It's nothing shady about this.
It is not perfect, but it's pretty accurate.
Very nice, everyone. I've been working on this costume in various forms for about 25 years, so if I haven't gotten it right by now, I never will.
There's one last thing that we need to add to the costuming part is together with Master Obimax, which is currently safeguarding our stand, we have been getting into the business of making our own armors and blasters and things. This is a new hobby for us. It is, as some would say, cosplay as it should be, the crazy level of making armors. Yes, something new in our repertoire, as Radu said. I think I just saw Avatar Korra walk in. I'm sorry, I couldn't unsee that. So yeah, we make armors now. It's an interesting hobby. Ken started it a long time ago. It's new for us. But they are there. Check out the pictures on Facebook.
Very nice. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. The last question is pretty much a nice one to finish on. What do you have in store for us next?
Well, we have a lot of plans for the fan club. As I said when we started out, we really want to get into charity. We want to keep pushing the Star Wars universe, keep simplifying it and bringing it closer to home for so many people that don't really have access to it. Our country still has a lot of cities that don't have the same access to this phenomenon. Bucharest obviously is the center of it all. Brasov, Vulcha, I believe. We have a few members spread out across the country, but we're still trying to unlock the potential that stands there, that is within members that we haven't yet gotten into contact with, people that don't know there's a community yet. Radu?
Something else we have in store. Stop beating me. We're the good guys. We're not supposed to beat each other. Go beat Ken, or he'll beat us. Something else we have in store is promoting episode 7, and there's actually a big event coming up in December, the premiere of the film. Okay, so if you want to see more of our mugs, you can come to Cine Grand Titan, where you will hopefully see, as we can, the fullest numbers of our group. Many more costumes, many more activities, a Star Wars Expo, a cocktail party, and the Jedi training event.
Right.
Our whole repertoire.
It's gonna be fun. So
I think that's it.
Okay, we actually, if we didn't cover everything, we do have time for 1 or 2 questions from the audience, if you've had one that you're just dying to lay on us. So I can go as far as the microphone cable will let me, but judging from the sea of hands flying up to volunteer, it sounds like we've covered everything. So we're going to just be merciful and say thank you once again to Club Star Wars Romania. And now the people wearing heavy costumes are going to go outside for some air. Thank you very much. Enjoy the convention.